My name is Stephanie, and this is my first time ever gear video. I am doing segment 4 of the Colorado Trail. I'm doing that, it's only 16 miles, not a huge segment, but work and all that, just able to get out for one night. A friend that I'm going with, and we are going to be meeting up on Tuesday, which is coming up on the 20th, and then we're going to overnight and get back on Wednesday. So it's just one overnight, which kind of points to why I have 2 backpacks here. I haven't totally decided which one I'm going to take yet, but we'll get to that in a second. First thing, I'm going to talk about what I'll be wearing. So of course, got the trail runners. These are the 5s. I've always liked the 5s. I'm kind of afraid to try any of the other ones, so I was able to find another pair of 5s online, so I have a nice fresh pair too for when these die. I'm doing just some little wool and gingies. I love these because they dry really quick, being wool, and I don't get blisters at all with them. Just generic underwear. I'm probably a strange person, but I just wear regular bra as opposed to a sports bra. For me personally, like, sports bras are a problem because I just get too sweaty. So yeah, probably too much information, but I don't care. And then this is kind of my mid layer that I'll wear. It's from Mountain Hardware, and it's just a great kind of just little pocket fleece. I like how it zips up pretty high. So if it is chilly in the morning or in the evening when I'm hiking, or if like rain comes around, I can put this on underneath my raincoat, and it feels pretty warm. My hat, and then I just have some. These are actually from Target. I like having pockets on my hiking pants because I only use one trekking pole, and so I will put one hand in a pocket, and then I'll be using the trekking pole with the other hand. It's just a comfortable way to hike for me. And then I just have a little shirt from Target as well. All right, so that's all that. And let's see, I brought my trekking pole over here. I just carry one trekking pole, and that's all I need. It's just a black diamond, and yeah, works great. All right, now we're gonna get into the pack here. This is the Light AF. It's the 30-liter frameless, and it's kind of on the slim side, but it's really tall, and that has a lot of volume, and that's great. And I was able to design it, and I like this type of a mesh front as opposed to the elastic front. I did get the little pocket on the bottom, and then the side pockets are huge. So there's that, but then I also have the Nashville packs, and it's also around a 30-liter, and it's also frameless. And the difference is that this one's actually a little wider, but it's not as tall. So I've used this for overnights before as well, and so I'm just wanting to get a night with this one, and I didn't pack it super great, so so it probably won't be quite as long looking when I repack it. But yeah, let me get inside of it here. This is my ditty bag. And it's just a Z-Pack's Dyneema bag. I got some cord here, some repair tape, and then just some other kind of odds and ends for being on trail. I do have some Band-Aids in here and some alcohol swabs as well. Kind of a strange collection of things in that baggie. A little brush. It's a kid's bamboo toothbrush, so I didn't cut a toothbrush, but it is, you know, short and little. I do toothpaste tabs. These will actually go in my food bag, but they ended up here because I was packing up quick on the way out and threw them in here. But yeah, this will be filled up with another one or two for the overnight, and I'll put it in my food bag. Then I have a little cloth. This is mostly for wiping down the inside of my tent. It is a single wall Dyneema tent, and you know, there's usually condensation. This, I cut it down pretty significantly, so it's not a lot of weight. But this is also great for, you know, just if I wanted to wipe down my face or something like that, if we were doing a longer hike. Earphones. These will probably actually be in my fanny pack, which I will show you in a little bit. They're the over the ear kind because I have tiny ears. I have a pair of ear plugs, which I don't know if I'll ever use those or not, but they're in there. Rubber bands, and then I keep my power bank and my cord in there too. This actually has the cord attached to it, so I don't have to worry too much about that if I need to charge it. And then I just really charge my phone. I don't have anything else that I charge. And then I have a little bag of meds. So I've got some PM Tylenols, and then some Advils, some allergy medicines, just stuff like that. Yeah, so that's all that stuff. This is my bathroom kit. Instead of a trowel, I just use a tent, snow tent peg, and I like how it digs better. I can get a lot deeper. I don't know. I like it better. And it just fits nicely into here. And then toilet paper and then girl stuff in there also. I do have an extra bag in there that I put any trash in there. And for water treatment, I'm going to be using the Be Free on this one. I have a platypus, the quick draw, and the last time I used it, I felt like the flow was a little slow, and I'm not sure what happened or why that is, because I've seen it like in other videos and stuff like that, and it's really fast. So I don't know what's going on there, but I know that this is good and they're fast. And then this is my dirty water bag. It's 3 liters. It's a little on the heavy side, but for the convenience and the ease of it, like that this can sit inside of it. The flow is really good. All of those things. It doesn't bother me to carry this little bit of extra weight, since a lot of my other stuff is way less weight. My tent pegs. I have my tent is the Z-Pack's Flex Solo, and it takes 10 steaks to really get it guyed out right, and I prefer that. So I do have 10 in here, and it's kind of just a mismatch of different ones. But these ones are going to be used mainly for the significant points, and then the other ones are kind of more for the other points. And then just a little Dyneema bag for that. Alright, that's all that's in there. I use the Pellegrino bottles. They're a little bit lighter weight, I think, than just the regular what everybody else uses. I like how long they are, which means that when I'm trying to grab them, they kind of got this handle on them, which is just much easier to grab. So that's what I use. Little sit pad. I cut it down to 4 panels instead of 6. Mainly because it fits better into here, and I mean, that's all I need to be sitting on anyway. I also use it as kind of a little doormat for my tent. I do carry camp shoes. I just do. I like them. And I don't mind carrying the weight. Alright, that's all that's in those pockets. Like I said, this does have a little pocket on the bottom. This is a little trash bag that I use. And then I have my gloves. They're just a fleece. And this little icebreaker wool hat, wool beanie. The time of year that we're in right now, it's up in the mountains. It's probably going to get into the mid 30s, maybe low 40s. So I probably will need a hat to sleep in. But I'll also have this to sleep in too. And I'll put my hood on if I need to. So that should be plenty warm. That's all that on the bottom. I do a little 1/8" foam. I like this. I've cut it down significantly, so it's not nearly as big as it came. But because of the tent that I have, it's the Dyneema fabric on the floor, and the kind of slick of my pad, my sleeping pad. I just really like having this on there because it keeps it from moving around too much. So that's mainly the reason why I use that. And then also, like, if it was raining or something like that, this is a little bit nicer space to, like, set stuff on if if I sit down for a break or something like that, because this would be fun to sit on. But I could lay my pack on this and keep it dry. All right, I'm ready to get in here. It's my food bag. It's already ready. So I'm keto, or do keto. And so, again, just a little bit extra weight, but it's because I'm just doing like a keto bone broth soup for dinner as opposed to one of the Mountain House meals or whatever, because this just have too many carbs in them. So I'll, boil my water in here, and then I'll put the soup in here and I'll mix it up. It's just something that I choose to go for, even with the extra weight, because it helps for my diet. And then I have just a little spoon, and I use a chopstick to stir. And then, just food for a couple days. This bag is from Bonfis. It's a company that I found on Garage Grown Gear, and I love it. It's huge. It's got the flat bottom. I really recommend. I guess they've got some tents and stuff like that on Garage Grown Gear now too. Check them out. I'm really happy with it. Goes with my, aesthetic as well with the gray and all that. My pot, it's just a Toaks 550, and then I have a little paper towel just to keep this from rattling around. And then I always hated how the Toaks lid would fall off all the time, so I bought a little package of these little silicone lids. Fits on there perfect, and everything just stays in. And like when I cook with it, I can leave it to vent a little bit, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Next, here's my tent, and I actually, my sleeping bag is, well, my quilt is the Z-Pack's 30-degree quilt, and it comes in this stuff sack, or this dry bag, and this dry bag is the perfect size for my tent. So I put my tent in here, and then I use something else for my my sleeping bag, because that way then if it is like raining or whatever and I have to roll this up wet, I can put it on the outside. I like that. Strange thing here, this is my the pump for my sleeping pad. It's an X-Ped pump, and it goes with the X-Ped pad that I have. And I could just use the little pump sack, the bag that comes with it. But there's not a lot of room in the tent that I have, so this is just easier because I can just pump like that. Raincoat is outdoor research. My insulating layer is the Montbell. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just synthetic and it's really, really lightweight. I actually had it modified where they took the hood off because I have a hat, and oftentimes I'll already have some type of, head thing on. So took off weight, and the hood was strange anyway. Sleep top is Mountain Hardwear, and it's kind of this little, it's their version of like an Alpha Direct style top. And the benefit to using this as my sleep top is that it's one more layer if the temps do dip down. Since I'm in Colorado and most of the overnights and backpacking trips that I do are up in the mountains, there's definitely the possibility of it getting colder. So it's just a nice thing to have, that extra layer if I need it. Pillow. This is the Elite pillow from Nemo, and just blows up. I've used it a couple times. I'm not crazy about any type of camping pillow, but this is the best that I've found so far. It doesn't. I almost wish that it had like a strap on it, but it'll be fine. This is my sleeping pad, and that's why I actually have this guy out, because this is like full comfort. This thing weighs like 21 ounces. It's kind of ridiculous. But I mean, you get like the best sleep of your life on this thing. Um, and then there's this one which is like 14 ounces, and I mean it's still really comfortable. It has like about the same like height to it. It doesn't have quite as much of the R value, and it's like a tapered pad, but it's still a wide pad. So I don't know. So still deciding between these two. I'll probably end up going with the little one, since it's just an overnight. And then these are my, I have some Alpha Direct with the, mesh or the kind of fleecy pants. And they're from Farpoint. And yeah, these things are great. Like, they are so warm, and so light. Sleep socks, darn tough. And then I have, this is what I put my sleeping bag in. It's actually the bag for, I have a Feathered Friends, it's called the Tanager, I think. And it's like it's a 20-degree just straight bag, but it fits in here. And I mean, this is fine because I use the liner, so. And that's the last thing I'll pull out. That's my liner. So that is everything. And then, like I said, I'm kind of debating between bringing this pack and this pack. So I probably, I don't know. I still haven't decided yet. But that's everything. That's all I'm bringing. And when I make that decision, I'll put my lighter pack together. I have a lighter pack already put together. I just have to update it for the exact things that I'm going to be bringing on this trip. And then I'll post it in the comments so you can see. I'm guessing the weight, if I did it with this pack and this, it's probably going to be right around 9 pounds, I'm guessing. Maybe 9.5. But probably closer to 9. If I do this one, it's definitely closer to 9.5. If I do the big pad. And then if I do this bag and this one, then I'm sitting at, under 9 for sure. But yeah, like I said, I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my first ever gear video for my overnight at the segment 4 of the Colorado Trail. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I haven't quite been able to do like a full video on trail yet. Maybe this will be the time to do that. So thanks for watching.